Hi. Hi.
What's up? How are you?
Good. How are you? You're finally here. Oh my goodness.
Wow, which software is this? This is cool.
Yeah, this is StreamYard.
Oh,
It's really nice and easy to use. I like it.
how is the baby?
She's fine. You can say hi. You can wave.
Hello. How are you?
You can't hear him. That's because I'm having the headsets. So I know we've been planning this for months. I'm so
Yeah,
happy that finally you are like, let's do it.
let's do it.
I'm so happy because I mean it's been
Mm.
like we plan, you're either busy, I'm also the time
Yeah,
difference
and
is
then the
a
time
big deal.
zones and everything. Yes,
I know. I'm so happy that you're here. I had a
I'm glad.
Kenyan friends. So on Instagram, they DM'd me when I put the post up. They said, Salvador, we always see him from Churchill. And I was like, that's the guy. That's the guy. You better tune in.
Yeah,
So I'm so happy. Um, I don't want to say I'm starstruck because I'm so far, but I can see you. At least I feel like I'm sitting next to you.
yeah, for sure. Technology, eh?
I know, but also because of Corona, I feel like this is nice. I mean,
Yeah, this is
these
much.
days
This is actually much better.
it is.
And chances of you asking me for a drink are zero. So, yeah.
You've started. Thank you so much for joining. So,
Mm.
briefly, for somebody that is watching and doesn't know who Salvador is, briefly tell us who you are, and we begin the story.
Well, Salvador is, first of all, I'll start from the genesis. He's a brother, he's a son, he's father, he's a husband, he's a businessman, an entrepreneur. Professionally, he's an engineer, and right now, a comedian and a radio presenter at the moment. So, yeah, in a nutshell, a man of
Good.
all seasons.
A man of all seasons. People are saying they love you. This is work. This is a guy from. I think he's from Kenya.
Oh, okay, okay.
Workout. Yes.
I
So
have a big
people
family
love
in
you.
Kenya. I love my Kenyan people, man.
Nice. I was watching through your last shows from Churchill when you are meeting Akose and rubbing shoulders with all those people.
Yeah.
And someone said for you, every situation you make a joke of it. You're like, "Hi, Akose." Yeah, we met in Dubai. You didn't know me, but now you've paid to come and watch me.
See me.
That's funny. Okay,
Yeah.
so how has your journey been? Your story of success, how has it been for
Wow.
you?
It's been amazing. It's been a roller coaster of emotions. I've had good times, but I tend to ignore them. I mean, I had bad times, but I tend to ignore the bad times and I concentrate on the good times because I love oozing positivity. So the bad times that have happened to me, I've not let them derail me. Yeah, they have actually propelled me to even become better. I've looked at them as challenges instead of bad times. So it's been a up and down from 2009 till today. Yeah, from 2009 till today. So yeah, there's been so much in there between 2000 now and now that there's too much to talk about. But just know it's been a blessing.
It's been a blessing.
Yeah.
Um, of recent, I follow you so much, by the way, so I always
Mm.
see comments, and some of them are not really nice and stuff
Most
like
of
that.
them are not nice.
So like for somebody that is watching and you're in the limelight, and of course they look at you as their mentor or maybe their role model, what would you advise them, like if they're in your shoes and they're struggling?
Yeah, I think there's so many people who have that negative vibe, especially on social media. People who come and attack you for your opinions are people who are letting other guys control their emotions. I will never let another man control how I feel, whether I am happy or not. That decision is mine. Yeah. So if I give another person the power to control, that's why you see so many people on social media blowing up. quarreling. They start even saying things like, you let us down, like as if you guys had a contract. Like as if you sat down and said, this is what we are going to agree on your life. So we are going to do A, B, C, D. So when you don't do one, they come and blame you. Hey, we said, you have no contract, you have no obligation with these people, but they will get angry at you because there's something they see in you that they want for themselves. So if you derail from it to think about you, they feel like you've derailed from their thoughts about you, which is a very, very big problem. For anyone, life has been hard ever since this COVID 2020. It has been very, very hard. So many people have been set back. So to you out there who has been set back, nobody's going to help you. This one I am telling you point blank. Nobody's going to come and say, here is some money, go and start a business. Here is this, go and do this. No.
Nobody has that money anyway.
How do I survive?
Yes.
How do I see tomorrow? How do I see next week? Nobody even has that money. But you find guys there saying, oh, we are praying, the government is not helping. Hey. Wrong number. Government, wrong number.
So what would you say has been your push to success? What is that passion that has been pushing you? Because from your journey, like when of course, I've been following you for a long time, from the time I was at campus. Now it's been so many years. So what is that has given you the zeal to keep pushing, even when you're not sure? Because like when you left the MTN, like what is that keeps pushing you to go? Even if you're not sure of what is going to come, you're just like, no, let me do it.
Poverty.
You are tired of poverty.
I grew up in a not so to do well family. That one I'll tell you for a fact. But my dad told me one thing. Yeah. I have done my best. This is the best I could do for you. I've given you the tools. I've given you the instructions. If you end up in my situation, then it is your fault, because I've taken you to school, I have fed you, I have given you no matter everything that you need to survive. Now, if you end up in my situation where I cannot afford so many things, then it is your mindset. So that message keeps on ringing in my mind. I do not want to be in the situation my father was in, because he gave me the opportunity to. So poverty has been my biggest inspiration. Every time I think about life back in the day, I just wake up, I wake up at 2 a.m. and I say, you know what, I have to go and work. Very few people could believe that I would go back to employment to become a radio presenter, because, I was doing very well in comedy. Life was okay. I was traveling left, right, and center. All over the world. But I had to sit back and think about the future, because nobody knows when the COVID is going to end. We do not know. So I just had to think for myself and say, listen, how am I going to keep the fire burning? How am I going to stay relevant? We are not doing shows. And in Uganda, you keep quiet for 1, 2, 3 months. People move on. They forget you.
They already moved on.
Guys, guys don't want to know. People move on. So I said, let me get a platform where they will still know that I exist. And at the same time, I can be able to practice my art. So I went back to radio, and life is good so far.
That is good. And being a new journey, that is also another story, because when you started, I remember people were still not very positive and saying, oh, the other guy was nice and stuff like that. How did you take that, and how was it at the job? Of course, I'm talking about the first months.
Oh, the first month, I will never forget. I joined on the 11th of June, 2020. And the guy I replaced was in that position for 21 years. He had formed a cult of supporters, not just support, a cult. Like you say, jump, and they say, how high? Jump, they like that is how bad it was. And here I am replacing him. First of all, his English was too good. Me, my English is there.
You're just trying.
My English is in the balance, Yeah, I survived. But for him, his English was, this English you study from abroad. He went to international schools. Me, I went to Mbokolo. How do you compare the two of us? The man, people kept on saying he's very intelligent. Now, that is when I started realizing, okay, maybe these guys don't know what they're talking about, because when they compared the intelligent levels between myself and him because he speaks good stuff, he's very articulate, and they used that to judge our intelligence. I sat back and I said, these are now just trolls. These are
They're
just
just
people who just
trolling
want to
you.
troll. Yeah. So what I did was to just be me. There is a reason why I am Salvado. There is a reason why I have all these followers on social media. So I sat back to myself and said, listen, Salvado, come on. You are not just like a guy they got off the street. They got you because you were a brand. So show them why you were a brand. So I went to that show and I said, you know what? I'm not even going to speak your English that you are talking about. I started speaking my English. The one from Mombokolo. The one who, you are there? Yeah? That is the question for us. You are there? Yeah? Not, are you there? No, those are for English people. For us, we ask, you are there? Yeah? So that's the English I brought to the station. And before I knew it, the demographic changed. And now we are the #1 station in the country.
Yeah. So you just went with yourself and you presented yourself. You didn't want to remodel into something that people are, telling you. And I remember reading and following, and I was happy about your response because you didn't look back and check. Once you start, I'll give you an example. Once I moved here in America, and my first job, I'm telling you, because you get intimidated, You get intimidated. You're like, will I do it? This accent, sing these, hey, people, the foreign language. But I'm telling you, if you have a passion for something, you need the money.
Yeah.
You go and do it. But if you freak out the first month, 2 months, people are threatening you. I don't understand what you're saying, blah, blah, blah. And you quit. It is up to you. Who's going to feed you? So you just go with the resilience. Who's going to feed you? You go with the resilience. Whatever comes to you, you react positive, and before you know it, people respect you. They're like, this
people
one
kept on saying, he will not be able to fill his shoes. I said, I have come with my own shoes. Why would I want to fill? The other shoes are old, first of all, and they may be old brands. I have come with new shoes, brand new shoes, Nike.
I came with your own shoes.
I came with my own shoes. The guy went with his shoes. I don't want them. What if they are old? No.
So you don't want to fit in his shoes. You came with yours.
I came with my shoes. I didn't replace him. I was me. My legacy started on that day he left. Mine started. So I don't like to be compared to people because there's only one me and there's only one you.
That is true. And so did that also, let's talk about family. When you're in the limelight, there's a lot that is happening every day. People have opinions. They're either negative or positive. And that somehow, because we are human, that somehow can impact on your family members. It could be your wife, your children. Like, how has that affected you since you became, I don't want to say celebrity, some people don't like that, but since you were out there in the world for everyone to have an opinion?
I am very glad that I met my wife now when I had not yet blown out. I was still starting. So she has seen the journey growing, my explosions and everything, and the blow-ups. She's been there from day one. So I've not really had a challenge when it comes to family because my children were born when I was already in the limelight. Yeah. And I had my wife before I even went into the limelight. So they have been seeing this evolution that has been happening to me. So that one, for me, I've not had an issue when it comes to family. But my issue is I have tried as much as possible to protect them. Because they did not choose this life. The life chose them. So there's no reason why anyone would involve my family in my own personal things because they do not believe on what I'm doing to involve my family. And once you involve my family, regardless of whether you're my best friend, my closest friend, my brother, my sister, once you involve my family, that is the end of us. I have parted ways with so many of my close friends because they let the political situation get into their way, and then before they know it, we are no longer. So if you involve my family in anything I've done, then we have a problem because it's not their fault that this life, because this life chose them. Yeah. So that is it. I try as much as possible to keep my family away from the limelight. I like posting them on social media, of course, but decision making, I keep them away, like, from the politics, because I am a guy who doesn't keep quiet. I like talking. Oh, I talk, hey, and sometimes it annoys people. So when they get annoyed, they feel the best way to hurt me is going through my family. Because for me, you cannot hurt me. I'm like a wall tennis. You hit the ball, it goes and comes back to you.
Comes
You
back
have
to
to hit
you.
it back, and for as long as you are hitting it, it will always come back to you. So yeah, that's me.
Okay. That is so let me see. So about, I don't want to go so much into politics, but sometimes when I read your posts, sometimes I feel like some of them you're just putting them out there for are they like serious posts, or sometimes you're just doing it to just get like a conversation type of thing?
For example, when I need to have a story on radio the next day, I will post something that is going to cause a lot of debate.
Oh, I see.
Unfortunately, people have stopped debating; they have resorted to insulting. So we have lost that magical touch of when people used to debate. Like, you post something, and then somebody says, "No, I think it should be ta ta ta." And then the other says, "I agree with Salvador." And then the other disagree. Now it is, "You are stupid. You are useless. Go away. Shame upon you." So it's more of insults nowadays. So there's no more, that sensible interactions that we can get on social media.
Yeah, that's true. And so now that you've met a new family, of course, at the radio station and stuff like that, have they accepted you as one of them, or did they also have issues with you not fitting in the gumboots of the former?
They had no choice, because by the time by the way, do you know I was the first employee on Sanyo FM on the 11th of June? Like, they fired everybody, even the woman who used to bring tea. They fired everybody. I was the first employee to enter Sanyo FM studios after that overhaul.
So it was a whole new crew.
Everybody was chased. Everybody. They said I was the first person to enter the studios. I was there alone. I didn't know what button to press. I looked at the machines. Do you know the first words I said on air in my life on the 11th of June?
What did you say?
I pressed the button. I didn't know that I had pressed going on air. But when I pressed the button, the music in the studio stopped. I said, "Oh, shit."
That was funny. And then people
My
are
first two
listening.
words on radio were, "Oh, shit." My first two words on radio ever. The whole Kampala was listening in. They were waiting for me to talk. The whole Kampala. And then the first two words I say is, "Oh, shit." Then I switched off.
And now people that were saying you are not going to fit in the other guy's shoes, I think were like, "You see, I told you."
Listen, that day was one of my worst days. I said to myself, "What are you doing here? It's not like you are suffering. Why are you here taking people's heat for nothing?
Go back
Just go home." I looked at the machines, and then I got the courage. I put on. I started talking. It was not easy.
That is good. And then people always say you look like Idi Amin. Is that a positive or negative thing?
For as long as I'm being paid, you can call me anything. Call me Shrek, call me Idi Amin. Once you are paying me, I have no problem. Call me anything. Because at home, my wife calls me baby. And she's the most important person ever. So I don't care.
You don't care. But someone is asking that you were supposed to be working on Idi Amin movie. I don't know about that.
It was a music video for a song called Stuck on You by Zulutums.
Oh, so it wasn't a movie.
No, it was a music video.
Okay. So let's go back to before. So before I don't know how long ago, but I remember way back, like I said, I've been following you. At first, it was people power. Then there's a time you were running with Bobby Wine. People were trying to things like that. And then eventually, as time went by, things changed. What exactly changed? Because for me, all I do is read social media, but hearing it from you makes it clear for people probably watching, and they're kind of like, oh, I used to like that guy, but he changed his mind. Now he's for yellow and stuff like that. Is that what exactly happened, or are you neutral?
So here's the thing. I have never considered myself as a political person.
Okay.
And I've been friends with Bobby Wine since 1992. That's the first time. No, 1998. That's the first time we met. 1998. I will never forget. I was in my S1. And we've been friends from all that time. And this whole people power thing was a very beautiful message. Because before it was turned political, it was a message of hope. And I really rode with it. And I've had conversations with the guy that of course I cannot talk about anywhere because they were private. And the idea of politics was not that big a thing for him. As in, for example, like running for the presidency. It was not that big deal for him. Not until after we shot his video, it was nice, everything was beautiful. That's when I started hearing the whole political, I'm going to become president, I'm going to become president. I said, Then they turned people power from a statement of hope to a political party. And then that's when I said, you know what? I am not part of this conversation. That's why you will never see me posting like NRM, oh yeah, what this, because I'm not into politics. I love individuals as they are. And I have never denounced or declared my support for anybody. It's not until recently that I declared my support for Museveni. Why? Because the insults were too many. I was like, guys, you are insulting me like as if you sent me where I am. You understand? It's like you're saying that as a man, I cannot have decisions or opinions on my own. So I've voted for Museveni for the past 2 elections, and I've kept quiet about it. But this time I decided to come out because the insults were too many. I like, guys, I have been with your guy for all this time, and none of you has ever praised me. And when purpose to show you that, you know what? Yes, you have your opinion. I also have mine, and I'm going to stick to it. So it's not like I changed camps. Oba was here, Oba was there. I've always been somewhere, but it's only that I came out publicly to declare. That is where people now went, oh, he has eaten money. He has done this. Well, if I've eaten money, it's okay. Won't you eat it if they gave it to you?
Nobody would say no.
People saying you met the president. Do you know how many people have met the president? I am one of them. Do you know how honorable that is? To meet the president, like for the president to get his call and call you, Salvado from Ombokolo, that come, I need to see you. And I said no, because I suppose, yo. The devil is a liar.
If you see, even when you dream of it, you become happy. How about physically seeing him?
Imagine, what about physically? Yeah, so many people are they have misguided anger. They do not. That's why I told you, if you give somebody control of your emotions, you'll be miserable for the rest of your life, because nobody cares about you before you care about yourself.
That is true.
Everybody who comes and starts promising you things, they are lying to you to get your favor, and then later they will look the other side.
Yeah,
it starts with you. It starts with you. Happiness is a choice. Sadness is a choice. Nobody will put me. Even if somebody came and slapped me, I will not blame that person for slapping me. I will blame myself for not blocking the slap. It's very simple.
That's a good one. Come to think of it, there's this new song that says
they had the opportunity to slap me. I had the opportunity to defend myself, but I did not. Then they slapped me. Then I started blaming me. You're a bad man. You slapped me. I will never forgive you. Whoa. He has already taken your emotions. He's holding them in his heart. Now
he's happy.
Now you are angry every time you see him. For him, he's living his life. For you, you are getting annoyed because of. Hey, you will never manage this world.
There's a song. I wonder if I think it's from West Africa. The song that says,
Mm.
"Don't blame people for disappointing you."
Thank
Have you
you.
heard of it?
That one.
Blame
Yeah. Don't
yourself
blame
for
people for
trusting
disappointing you.
them.
Thank
That's
you.
a good song.
Ah, I wish you could play that song right now.
I know, and
Hey,
YouTube and
hey,
its
hey.
stuff. It's a
Mm.
nice song. I Of course
Don't
it
blame
came
people
out.
for disappointing you.
Yes,
Blame yourself for trusting them.
yes, you had a choice.
Yeah. So people
And
get angry with me. I am sorry, but when you're done with that anger, bring it back to me now. Let me use it for something else. Let me use that anger to look for money. Simple.
Okay. So, Daphne, let's talk about Daphne. So, you met Daphne, and she was also in the limelight at the time. I don't know if it was so much of a limelight. I know you make jokes about it, like she wasn't there, I believe.
Mm,
So, currently, I'm talking about your wife. If those of you that don't know, is she now
mm.
embracing this whole new you and also accepting who she is now because now she's over there?
There's nowadays there's no longer talk of Patrick and Daphne. She has contributed half of it. So it's no longer Patrick and Daffy. No, it is the Idringis. So in the beginning, of course, it was hard because she was, yes, in the limelight. She's an actress. Yeah.
Mhm.
But we sat down and we said we both cannot do something that takes most of our time, yet we want to start a family. These things take a lot of time. So we sat down and we made a compromise. And I told her, if you make more money than me, I will stop doing what I'm doing. But for as long as I make more money than you in your industry, you
Mm.
listen to me. It was crude, but it worked.
It yeah, but it makes sense.
Hmm. Because we all could not be out in the night working, and then who would take care of the children and all that stuff.
Okay. So are you the type of person that sits home and discusses every plan with your wife and gives her the opportunity to also have a say? Or you're the type, I listened to one of your shows,
Hmm.
and one of the one of the guests said, no, the wife commented. If I say it, maybe you'll know the guest. But one of them
Yeah.
said, "Well, when my husband is angry, he will slam the door and lock me in the door." Actually, that caught my attention because I had previously I liked this guy, and that didn't click right. I said, if my husband locks the door on me and slam the door because I have something to share with him and he doesn't want to listen, that wouldn't go well with me. But well, I just
Hmm.
let it pass. But I remembered that watching that show. So are you the type of person that would give your wife opportunity to
Hmm.
share how she feels, or you will also slam the door and be like, I have to wake up at 3 a.m. so stop making noise and run to the kitchen?
I have my moments of weakness, yeah, whereby my ego will take the best of me, will have the best of me. And that time I will feel like I don't want to do anything. I don't want to say anything. Let me just keep quiet and sleep. But I can never slam the door because she has the keys. So it's very hard. It's very, very hard to lock the door on her. She has all the spare keys. But jokes aside, I always believe communication is the best way to solve things. And never sleep angry. Never sleep with a problem on your heart. I have learned the hard way many times. And sometimes I tell myself these things, but I keep on repeatedly doing them. I don't know why, but somehow it just keeps on resonating, telling me never sleep angry, never sleep with pain in your heart, never sleep with anger in your heart. Because the longer you take to solve that issue, the bigger the anger, the bigger you're feeding the anger, the bigger you're feeding the ego, the bigger you're feeding the what? The problem. So every time, like a day goes by and the two of you, your egos are, I will not apologize, I will not apologize. Day two, I will not apologize, I will not. Day three, you now start remembering all those things they did in the past. Because the day you attack, you want to have your artillery ready. You have to have your arsenal. You understand? So I have learned that the hard way many times, but every lesson has been taken into consideration very, very effectively. Be the man I am today because I love solving problems. I don't want to keep things in my heart, and you let things. So that stuff of slamming the door so that I cool down is never be a yes ever.
That is actually really good. So for you, your wife is your teammate, your colleague. Is not a subordinate, because from that previous chat I'm commenting about, it seems to me like you're looking at your wife as a subordinate, not as a colleague, not as a team player. Because why wouldn't you want to listen to me?
No.
And it didn't click well when somebody said that, but that's okay. It's their own opinion again. But I just, yes,
yeah.
A partner. And that is good, especially for you guys in the limelight.
Maybe it works for them. I don't know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and we are not judging. I'm just saying, when I had it, I was like, yeah, that could be different for me, but for them, they are happy, and of course, they are happy. We can see they are happy, so it is for them, and it's okay. So, actually, I'm very happy that for you and Daphne, you know that channel that you do your talk shows and stuff like that. I follow it, but you haven't posted of recent. Have you guys been busy?
Listen, most of our guests got pregnant, others shifted, others broke up. Problems came along the way. And then the wedding also came through. It's been a roller coaster. But we are going to resume very soon. And we're just putting the bits and pieces together. And before you know it, you'll be seeing the episodes coming through.
Yeah, bring Lucky and the husband. They are also it's a couple that resonates with you guys. They are also out there in social media. Everyone is out there, but they're a team, and I like them for being who they are. And that would be a good chat.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. So I don't want to take your time so much, but it's been really a pleasure to have you on my channel to share your journey with us.
It will be that one, definitely.
Yes. So thank you so much for joining us. And somebody actually was greeting you. I wonder if that is your language, but let me see if I can find the comment. Somebody greeted you, I think that was your language from Ombokolo. Let me see if I can't find it. It was from Daniel. Oh, it's over there. What does that mean? Is that a good morning or a hi? Omera. What does it mean?
I think I saw it. He said, yeah, Daniel. Yeah, he said, Jalitie. Jalitie is like saying hi. Jolie.
Oh, it's saying hi.
It's like asking, yo, what's up? Are you there? Yeah, Etienne, are you there?
I know Etienne, but I didn't know Jalitie. Okay. So people are happy. Okay. So and Daniel again is saying he's happy that you're using your gift to make money. It's it's a skill and it's a gift, so why not use it to make better yourself? So thank you so much. And again,
is a lure. This was a
Itima Bell. I know most of those. And how many languages do you speak, by the way?
Yeah.
How many languages do you speak?
Etienne is a lure.
Can you hear me?
I speak about 3, but I understand up to 6.
I see. I see what you mean. So but you know Luganda. I hear you speaking Luganda.
I can hear you. I said, I thought there was a delay. I said I speak. This is funny. By the way, Daphne, come and say hi. So I speak 3 fluently. Yes, I speak I speak 3 fluently, and I can.
Hello.
Nikugambe.
I know there's a delay. I don't know what's going on. How are you?
No, yashauriranga Nkugambo J.
Oh,
This is
Lena,
this
come
was
say
with-
hi,
it's very,
love.
the internet in the US
See,
is
you
very
you
slow.
look
They are
like
poor
you look
signal.
like her,
I can't believe this.
Luna. Look,
oh wow,
that is
she's
your
so cute.
sister. See your sister. Your sister is here. Is she your sister? It's a mommy. She said you're not her sister, but you're her mommy.
Your mama.
Bambi, oh, that's it.
You have seen a mommy, but this delay, I think it's the network. The network.
Hey,
I
you
think,
guys are suffering. You guys are poor in America.
we are suffering. Eh?
Yeah, too much. There's too much racism that is affecting the internet. Black lives matter. Even internet lives matter.
Yeah, it is very slow from your end. You guys are suffering. The government should help
No.
you. This has been a really fun chat, by the way. Thank you again for
Kale, my
honoring
dear.
this. Yes, and we shall catch up
Yeah,
again if
for
you have
sure, for
another
sure.
time. We can do this again if, and
No
then we
problem,
can sit
no
with
problem.
Daphne on the side and also hear
Yes.
from Daphne if you have been
For
telling
sure.
us the truth,
Yeah.
so that
She was
Daphne
here.
can
She had
tell
put
us.
the gunpoint. I was on gunpoint.
You. Why is this one keeping saying the Salvador? There's a time you were running, mate, but he fired you. Nobody fired anyone.
This
Who
one
is
just
this
wants to
zinger?
make fun.
Yeah. Who is this zinger? Omera. He said say hi to him when you go back. So
Kale.
okay, guys, thank you again for watching, and thank you,
Pleasure.
Salvador, for honoring the invite on a short notice. I appreciate you so much. We shall catch up the next time when you have a minute or two,
Pleasure.
because I know you're a busy man. I appreciate this time so much. Say hi
Yeah.
to Daphne and thank her
Yeah.
actually for letting you be on the show
I
and
will.
chatting with us.
Amen.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Hi guys, thank you for joining me today on the chat with the Patrick Salvado. That was a really catchy and very funny episode, and I loved each moment. So if you like these types of chats, you can let me know in the comment section. I'll be bringing in more guests to chat about how they have made it in life. If it's a celebrity, if it is somebody you look up to, like a role model, a mentor, you can let me know. And if I have access to them, I'll bring them on the show for you guys to listen in and have fun. So thank you again for joining me today. It's been a really informative yet fun episode for all of us. So whoever joined in, thank you so much. I appreciate. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe up on the click on the notification bell as well, so that whenever I upload episodes, you're able to see them. So thank you. I just want to end this by saying I love you guys and thank you for making this happen. Cheers. Ciao, ciao.